Alright, the job search process in IT is broken, but people in IT are also broken.
So my student sent me this post on LinkedIn and the post itself is freaking gem, but what happened after this post is absolutely crazy. And trust me, after this video, you're gonna have confidence that you will get a job in IT. So let's read it. I recently got a new job. Here is what I did to stand out as a candidate. Last week I moved to Microsoft after 11 years at Salesforce. For content and marketing roles, your application is a big chance to show you know your audience. Here is what I did. And while we're reading what she did to get this job, let's also keep track of time, just so we have an understanding like how much time she spent on each of those things. The first thing, of course, she just saw the job posting on LinkedIn. It looked like a strong fit. I had examples and stories mapping the requirements. Perfect. So she found the good position for her and she felt that this is a great fit for her. The next thing she did is send DM to potential referrer. I previously worked with someone who works at Microsoft. I asked if they would refer me. They agreed, so I began preparing for my application package. So this is absolutely awesome. Instead of just like going to the website and applying for the job, she spent some time to look around her connections to find if she knows someone in the company. This is something that you should absolutely do all of the time, because when you apply for the job, you're competing with hundreds and hundreds of different people, and the chances that your CV or resume gonna be even opened by the recruiter are pretty low. But if you're gonna ask someone to refer you, this person gonna personally take your resume and bring to HR manager, so you're already a step ahead of every other candidate. The next thing she did is updated resume. I tailored key wins and achievements to the job description. 200 IQ move. Instead of just giving her standard resume, she tailored it for this specific position to make sure that it has all of the requirements and perfectly matches the position. So once again, you can see every step she makes, she does it perfectly. Instead of just applying, she asked for a referee. The next move is 300 IQ. I created application video. I made a short video explaining my top 3 reasons why the company should hire me for this role. The reasons were concise and aimed to draw the hiring manager attention to my specific qualification for this role. This video had no editing except captions. I don't know what to say. She's like genius. So at this point, she spent like 5 minutes to update her resume, maybe less than an hour to DM potential referrer and to chat with him or her, and probably also less than an hour to record a video, because this is like 1, 2, 3 minute video maximum, which also doesn't take a lot of time to record. So in total, she spent maybe like 2-3 hours for the whole process, and she is already ahead of like 90% of all other candidates who just applied through the website. But what she did next will shock you, because she'll get to 1% of candidates by her next move. So she made quotes about my work PDF. So I also created a PDF with past quotes from colleagues about what it's like to work with me. A resume shows what you do, but it doesn't really show how you do it. So once again, it's something that took her maybe like 30-60 minutes to do, but already helped so much to help to stand out from others. And now she finally sent everything to referrer and applied on the website. That's probably what every other candidate did. They just applied on the website, but before applying on the website, she did all of those things. But she haven't yet won this job, so look what's gonna happen next. She asked her referrer follow-up questions. I asked the person who referred me for some questions to help me prepare for future interviews. For instance, I wanted to see recent campaign examples that folks inside the company were proud of. I could reference these during my interviews. So instead of just blindly going for the interview, she once again spent some time to prepare well. She asked the person who works in the company what do they exactly do on the job, how it looks like, what campaigns they use, what approaches they use, what works, what doesn't work. And after doing that, it once again took her maybe like 30-60 minutes. But after doing that, he knew exactly what to do. So she's gonna look as a way better fit for the position comparing to all other candidates who didn't do this background check. I created a prep doc for each person I interviewed with. So if I was interviewing with a product marketer, I brainstormed questions a PM might ask. I also remembered concrete examples from working with PM and working with their OKRs. My goal wasn't to memorize all of this, but rather bring it in top of my mind through the act of writing it down. Once again, very smart, but to be honest, nothing special. Like, she prepared before the interview, which basically everybody should do, because interview is an important thing that you should prepare for. For example, if you're gonna apply to study in Harvard, you're probably also gonna prepare quite well for the first interview that you're gonna have there. Also, after interviewing with each person, I wrote a thank you mentioning something specific from our call. So she didn't just left the call and went somewhere else. She spent like literally 15 minutes to just summarize the call and mention something from it, just so this person remembers her better, and something positive and good from the call stays in the email. So later when the person gonna open their email thread, they're gonna, oh, this is this nice candidate. I remember we talked about that XY that. First 90 days plan. After the final interview, I created a simple plan and sent it to the hiring manager. My goal wasn't to assume I knew everything about the business, but rather to show I had been listening throughout the process and I can connect the dots. Boom. So even though she went through all of the interviews, did all of that effort, she still decided to spend some time to create like a simple, probably a couple of page doc where she said what she plans to do on her position within the next 3 months. And creating something like that when you're an experienced marketer or developer or whoever you are is not a lot of effort. So you're just basically saying here what exactly you want to do on the job, what you're going to be doing. And usually this is similar thing to what were the requirements, because at this point she already had a lot of interview calls, she asked the questions, and she has pretty much clear understanding of what the position looks like, what are her main tasks, and what the job are going to look like. And okay, and before moving to the comments and what happened there, I wanted to quickly kind of summarize everything what happened. So I don't know how long this process itself lasted, but in total it's around 3 to maximum 5 days of actual work that she dedicated. So for experienced marketer, it's just about a couple of hours of work. But what happened in the comments is freaking crazy. Congratulations on your role and for being innovative in your approach. However, this is so crushingly sad. This is so much free work that would have cost thousands of dollars for a company. A 90-day plan. And before we're gonna cover this comment, I wanted to mention that she applied for a head of content and integrated marketing at freaking Microsoft. So this is not Josh Mo position. This is head of content and integrated marketing. And total salary range for Microsoft Integrated Marketing Manager is from 168k to 252k per year. But this is just for a marketing manager. She's a head of content and integrated marketing. So probably this is 300,000 plus role. And 300,000 divided by 12 is $25,000 per freaking month. And you're saying that this is so much free work that would have cost thousands of dollars for a company. She gonna cost $25,000 per month for a company. I know this market is horrific right now, but please don't sell yourself short. And please help stop this insanity. What insanity? She literally said that thousands of people applied for this position. And thousands of people applied there because basically everyone wants to make $25,000 per month by working 8 hours per day. I'm not saying that this is an easy job to do. She definitely has a lot of experience and she's definitely a great marketer and deserves this salary. But there are a lot of people who work on way harder jobs and make way less. So why does she think that it should be easy to get that job? Look, one more. However, I think this approach is very, very specific to that type of role. You're a content marketer, so making videos, you promote yourself, and bona fides is absolutely appropriate. No, you can also make videos about yourself as a developer. And this is the way to stand out. All of the candidates, all of the other developers are basically sending just their resumes, portfolios. You can record a short 3-minute Loom video where you just show your portfolio, show how you're doing, that you can talk well, that you can present well. That takes less than an hour to record, but it already helps you to stand out way more comparing to other candidates. The problem is that now you made a post that creates an overly complex view of what one needs to do in order to land a job. But I don't understand all of these complaints right now about the job search process. Yes, it's hard, but that happened because those jobs are really good. You can make a lot of money. And by the way, job search process was always hard. Yes, in the IT, yes, specifically for developers, 2022, 2021 were the best years and the job search process was the easiest one. It still wasn't super easy. It still was kind of hard, but it was easier than it's right now. So now all people started complaining how hard it is. But most of those people who are not complaining, they're not doing any effort. They just doing maybe one of those things that she did. And this post is a great example to show you that basically everything is doable. You just need to put some more effort. And if you don't have any job, why you're not putting that extra effort? Just look at that. I know it's a ton of work. A lot of it I was able to do in the 3 hours while I was nursing a baby, multitasking on my phone, etc. So I was reading that also in the comments. She has 2 kids and 11 years of experience, but she still put some extra effort and extra time to get the job. She didn't just went and applied on that website because, oh, I have 11 years of experience. I'm so experienced. No, she just went there and put some extra work and got freaking 300k per year job that gonna basically help her kids to secure a better future. I agree with the comment that doing this for less than 100k job might be an overkill. What the hell? If you're looking for the job, you need this job. And if you cannot get it, putting an extra effort is not an overkill for any type of job. I would like to remind you that the average salary in the United States, let me quickly Google just not to lie to you. Average US salary. Average salary in US is $63,000 per year. And US is the most expensive and US is the richest country in the world. So for other countries, it's way less. So 100k is almost 2 times bigger than the average salary in the US. And she said that putting this extra effort for the job less than that is an overkill. I believe that you should put effort at any point, even if like it's just a couple of K per month job, even maybe it's almost free job. If you're looking for a job, you're either looking for an actual money to pay bills, family, etc., so you need to get it anyway, or you're looking for your first experience that later gonna help you to make way more. Because if you're looking for your very first job, because competition is quite high, even if you're looking for a junior level job which is not that high paying, but you need to go through this role to get this experience and to be able to make way more little in the future. And I would like to remind you that 100 divided by 12 is more than $8,000 per month salary, and by her standards, if the job pays less than 8K per month, you should not be putting any extra effort to get it. Like, wow. I agree with you 100%. I'm currently on the search for jobs, and reading this made me feel completely frustrated about my strategy, which compared to hers is much more conservative. By conservative, you mean lazy and just pressing one button on the website? I mean, like, I definitely don't want to like blame any of those people because like being in the job search process is like one of the hardest and worst situation to be in, especially if you have like the family to provide for and the bills to pay for, and you don't have a job, you don't have an income. That's absolutely sucks, and I wouldn't even wish for my enemies to be in such a situation just because it's like very shitty. But I'm just trying to look at that from a different perspective. Instead of just sitting here and complaining how hard it is and to make you feel even worse, I just want to cover how to do that. Like, what you can change, what you can do about that. Like, come on, man, you don't have a job. Instead of just keep being conservative, she said exactly what you need to do to get a job. And yes, some of the comments said that this approach is not scalable across like 500 plus applications, which is like 100% true. But you don't have to do all of that step to all of the 100 applications that you're sending to companies and people, because like you do just these first 3 steps before you even gonna get a reply from the company. And if you're not gonna get reply from the company, you're not even gonna be doing all of those other steps. First step that you can do, just tailor your resume per position. It takes 5 minutes to move words here and there. And after some time, you're going to have like 10 versions of your resume that you can send to different companies. You can record just one video and send it to every company. If you want to spend a little bit more effort, you can spend like 5 minutes per every company to record like more personalized video. The most time consuming thing here is like sending DM to potential referrer. So you're going to have to like go to LinkedIn, maybe to company office, and try to find maybe someone who you know from the company, or just like DM a random person from the company and ask them to refer you. After some time, you're going to have all of the templates, all of the approaches, you're not gonna know what exactly to do, and it will be taking like less than 30 minutes for every company, but every application you're gonna be making will be super personalized. Moreover, 95, maybe even 99% of people are not doing any of those things, so you're gonna significantly increase your chances. Moreover, if the company replies to you, it means that this is a freaking super hot company that like wants to hire you right now. You just have to prove to them that you're actually hireable, and for that, it's worth making those couple of steps of extra efforts, like preparing before interviews, creating some maybe PDFs, plans, and etc. Like every time when I was putting some extra effort to the job application, like recorded the video, prepared the plan, sent the doc, send the follow-up email, I was getting this job, because not a lot of people are doing that, and that's something that helps you to stand out. Luckily, there are some good comments that just congratulate here, but yeah, I don't want to read it anymore because my temperature has risen by 50% since the start of this video. Yeah, what I want to say is that if you want to like sit and complain about how hard it is and how bad the situation is, like you can do so, or you can just shut your mouth and do the extra work and have a job. So the choice is up to you. My task was to just show you around, so you decide what you do next. I think this post and those comments perfectly show that getting a job is an easy thing, but it's definitely doable, even in today's market. It also shows that most of the people are lazy and they don't want to put some extra effort. They would rather sit and complain in the comments than just doing any extra effort. You can either sit in the comments and complain how hard it is and how the world is unfair, or you can just shut your mouth and do whatever it takes to win in this even unfair world. So the choice is up to you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.